So the one take is something that people have been doing lately, and I missed that one, and some other theme weeks. But I get to kick off owning a painful moment. So if you don't mind, I'll do a one take while owning a painful moment. Hopefully I can keep this under 5 minutes. So the only edit is going to be the intro.
Ah, the Nerd Fighters!
So I know the name is owning a painful moment, which tends, in my mind, to portray a feeling of, it was a painful moment that I created for myself or something that I did wrong. But actually, I want to talk about what was probably the most painful moment, or really series of moments for me, that has really driven my life to the point that it is now. And that was, let's see, I had lived in a place called Clarksdale, Mississippi for 7 years. And I was happy there. I was young. I wasn't even in middle school yet, right? I was really young, but when you're a kid and your dad drives you out somewhere to a baseball field somewhere you know well, very far, just a pretty far trip, right after one of my karate lessons, and he takes me, and I'm like, what's going on? And he tells me, son, we're moving. And not only did he say we were moving, but he told me that I had to keep that a secret from all of my friends for a long time. Like, I had to know that I was going to be leaving all of these people very soon, and I couldn't tell any of them. I couldn't get them prepared. I couldn't do any of that. I had to keep that secret. And I even had to keep it a secret from, people that I loved. And that was interesting. And this is difficult to think about, but that was incredibly, incredibly painful. And it probably had a lot to do with the age I was. But when I had to move from all those friends, and when some of them looked at me, when Dad finally announced it to all the people, and they looked at me, and they said, "Why didn't you tell us?" That hurt, having to tell them that I knew for however long I knew. I don't even remember how long it was, but it was a long time that I had known. And people just looked at me and blamed me for not telling them. And I learned during the course of that move from Clarksdale, Mississippi to Byram, Mississippi, that making connections with people was pointless. And that I didn't need other people because I'm going to end up moving away from them eventually anyway. So that was a painful moment, but it helped create. It put me in a dark time for a while. I was very a loner for a long time. Long time I was a loner. Maybe let myself have one or two friends, right? But I was just alone for the most part. And then as much as that was really a bad thing for me to do, now that I'm out of it, now that I'm creating connections with more and more people, I realized that that was a critical part of my life, and that has driven me to being where I am now. So while I didn't create that painful moment for myself, it was really difficult on me for a long time, having to deal with the concept of leaving people and not really wanting to be friends with people. But that was painful, and it was just to see the look in the friends' eyes when they look at you and said, why didn't you tell us? That was something else. But now I'm better for it. And that's that. So there's my one take. I probably went over the time. I'll take whatever punishment you want me to take. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. I can't tell how long I've been doing this, but that's that. DFTBA. Sorry for the quality of video. I've got a lot to do tonight, unfortunately. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in 3 weeks. I don't remember who's tomorrow. Let me find out who's tomorrow. I don't remember who's tomorrow. I'm sorry. I forgot to look at the schedule. It might be Chelsea. Or not.